In this first episode, we tackle how to start over when everything has fallen apart. It's not theory, and it's not hype. It's what I know from living it. If you want something real, this is it.
You're here to grow, you're here to change, so let's begin. Welcome to My Mind First, your first aid kit for the soul. I'm Paul Cotton and I'm here to guide you through this journey. This episode marks the beginning of a 10-step improvement plan designed to help you rebuild your life from the ground up. Today, I'm giving you 3 simple steps to help you start again when everything feels like it's fallen apart. No hype, no sugarcoating, just 3 grounded, powerful actions you can take right now to start getting your life back. These steps aren't just about coping, they're about reclaiming your power, reigniting your purpose, and setting the foundation for the journey ahead. By the end of this episode, you'll have taken the first real steps toward a life that feels meaningful again. So if you've found your way here, maybe you've reached that point where everything just feels like too much. When nothing feels stable, when the world has gone quiet, but the noise in your head won't stop. I know that place. I've sat in it. And I'm not here to cheerlead you out of it. No. I'm here to sit with you, steady the ground beneath you, and show you something that actually works. Because this moment right here could be the start of something real. Okay? So, here's the steps. Step 1. Take a breath. It's as simple as that. This is where it begins. Not with a breakthrough, not with a plan, but with one honest, conscious breath. So do that now. In through your nose. Hold it for just a moment and then let it go slowly. Again, slow and steady. Let's have another one. This isn't a performance, it's presence. Just take that breath in and out. You're beginning to relax a little, maybe. So why does this matter? Because when you're overwhelmed, your breath gets shallow. You rush, you tighten, your body goes into survival mode, and it stays there. But when you pause to breathe intentionally, something shifts. You tell your nervous system, we're safe now. We're not running. We're here. And that does something powerful. It softens the tension. It makes you more receptive. It brings you back to your body, your senses, you now. Without this first breath, you can't take in the rest of what I'm about to say. You're too busy bracing yourself. So this breath is not just the beginning of change. It makes you able to receive the change. It's how we calm the noise and start to hear our own voice again. Now, say this quietly if you want to, or say it out louder. It's up to you. You're in charge. Just say this. This is not the end. This is the beginning. Say it one more time. This is not the end. This is the beginning. It matters that you say it, because your brain stores what your body confirms. This isn't just emotional, it's neurological. In fact, research in Frontiers in Psychology backs this up. And by the way, Frontiers in Psychology is one of the world's leading psychology journals. Proper science, not Instagram quotes, okay? They found that when you combine words with movement, when you do something physical while forming an intention, it sticks. It becomes real. It becomes remembered. So that's step one. Not just breathing, returning. You're here. You're listening. You're ready. You're ready for step two. And that's saying something out loud. Step two. So, say this with me. I am not done. Go on, try it again. I am not done. I'm not done. I know, it might feel like we've wandered into some awkward, AA meeting from a film, but this isn't about drama, it's about truth, okay? Because when you say out loud, something shifts inside you. It moves from the back of your mind to the front of your life. You don't just think it, you claim it, and that matters. Saying it out loud tells your system, we're still in this, we're not giving up, okay? It reclaims the voice that silence, stress, or shame might have stolen. And it doesn't matter how loud or how confident it sounds. What matters is what you said. And that you said it. Now here's step 3. Take one action. This is where the spiral ends, right here. You know, the one I mean, the spiral, that downward spiral at 2 o'clock in the morning, where your mind loops, the same thoughts are going round and round and round in your head. I've wasted too much time. I'll never get back to who I was. What's the point? It's too late. Everyone else is moving forward. And I am just stuck. That pit. That deep, quiet place where everything feels heavy and nothing feels possible. And this is exactly where overwhelm thrives. In silence, in stillness, in inaction. So we break the spiral with one movement. Not 10 things, not a life overhaul, just one real thing, okay? Just one. So I want you to pick just one thing that you can do, easily do. Make a decision within the next 10 minutes, okay? Choose something. It could be, I don't know, choose to go and step outside. Open the door and walk outside, even if it's just onto your own doorstep. Feel the air on your skin. Notice the sky, the trees, or the buildings around you. This simple act can ground you in the present moment and remind you that the world is still turning. And so can you. You could go for a drink of water, get yourself a nice cold glass of water, or a hot drink, if it's cold outside. Because hydration can have a significant impact on your mental clarity and physical well-being. Take a moment to drink a full glass of water, focusing on the sensation and the act of nourishing your body. It'll make your mind better, it hydrates your brain. The act of drinking that cool water is beneficial to you. It's cathartic. You could write down one thing you're grateful for. Grab a piece of paper or open the note on your phone or jot down something you're thankful for on, any bit of paper, an old envelope, bit of card. It could be as simple as you're thankful for a warm bed, okay? A friend, or even this moment of reflection. Gratitude can shift your perspective and bring light into a dark moment. So think of something that you're grateful for. Write it down. Say it out loud. Listen to yourself saying it. Be grateful. You could, send a message to someone you care about. Reach out to a friend or a family member with a simple message, thinking of you, or glad that you're my friend. Connecting with others can be, a connection, right? You're often isolated. You're on your own, in your own thoughts. You need to get out of your own head. Connect with somebody, that person that you can talk to. It reminds you that you're not alone. What else can you do? You can move your body. So you can move your body, and you stretch or take a short walk. Physical movement can release tension and help reset your mental state. Okay? Get up, stretch, jog on the spot, take a step outside your front door, walking up and down your path, go to the shops, come back with your bottle of milk. Okay? These actions are small, but they're powerful. They interrupt the cycle of negative thoughts. Otherwise, you're stuck in your bed and you just go round and round and round and round until you've got to get up to go to work, maybe. And then you've spent 3 hours, 4 hours, spinning around in your own head, and then you've got to go to work, right? It's all very well if you're sat at a desk. What if you've got to drive? So there'll be another thing you're worried about, yes? Another thing that would confound that spiraling worry and stuff that's whizzing around in your head that really you can't cope with. So now it's time to reflect. Have a look back of what we've done, okay? What you've done in this first episode. It's only a short one, it's only a short episode, but you've done a lot of things, okay? So let's look back. You've just taken your first 3 steps up from the dark. 3 steps forward. They may seem small, but they're significant. These actions mark the beginning of your journey toward healing and rebuilding. Remember, breathing brings you back to the present moment. Speaking out loud reclaims your voice and affirms your commitment to change. Taking action breaks the cycle of inaction and propels you forward. Right? These steps are the foundation, the beginning of the 10-step improvement plan. The plan we'll explore together in this series. Each episode will build upon the last, guiding you through practical and meaningful ways to transform your life. So, you've taken your first steps today. These may seem small, but they're significant. Remember, this is the beginning of the 10-step improvement plan. You've taken the first step. Okay? You're going to rebuild from this point. You've decided. Hopefully you've decided. So we've covered your breathing. We've covered your speaking out loud. We've covered taking action. And in episode 2, we're going to build on that. Episode 2 is get up, stay up. No back down this time around. Right? So there's no going back. Maybe you've started before and you've gone back to your own old ways. Well, this is tackling that. You're not going to go back. You're building and you're going to improve. We'll be delving into next steps of this journey, okay? Providing you with practical tools and insights to continue your progress. So, let's focus once more on what this moment means to you. Because it's significant. This is the beginning of your rebuild. Okay? Small steps to a better you. Let's start right now. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Now. The shift begins when you decide. So decide. Decide and do it. Do it. Because you can. Because you want to. Because you don't want to go back to that. Now, before we conclude, please remember that I'm not a licensed medical professional. This podcast is intended for informational purposes only and should not be considered a substitute for professional medical advice, diagnosis, or treatment. Always seek the advice of your physician, doctor, GP, or other qualified health provider with any questions you may have regarding a medical condition. You've got to. You owe it to yourself. This has been My Mind First with me, Paul Cotton. Push the positive, drop the negative. Positive steps toward a better you and yours.